The 2019 USL Championship season officially began on Saturday night here at Toyota Field, and San Antonio FC and Phoenix Rising FC went to a 3-3 draw in an action-packed game. San Antonio and Austin. It's just not a battle between the two cities over who has the best tacos. And for the record, I choose San Antonio for that one. With 2020 approaching, San Antonio FC is gearing up for a brand new year of soccer. And with a new year comes new beginnings. That starts at the top with the head coach. Darren Powell is out after 4 seasons, and in his place is Alan Marcina. Frustrating, disappointing, upsetting. Those are the words head coach Eric Morris used to describe UIW's loss to Nichols on Saturday night here at Benson Stadium. It is playoff time in San Antonio. The Spurs are the number 2 seed. The Memphis Grizzlies are the 7th seed, but it doesn't feel like deja vu. Welcome to the Project Spurs Roundtable, powered by Project Spurs. I'm your host, Stephen Anderson. On Monday afternoon, UIW announced that Athletic Director Brian Wickstrom has suddenly left the school in a surprising move that shocked everyone from media to school staff. Assistant Athletic Director Richard Duran said it's business as usual for the Cardinals. So let's do a quick recap of what we've missed. Kawhi Leonard had a concussion. LaMarcus Aldridge had a minor heart arrhythmia. The Spurs had a chance at the number 1 seed. They didn't get that chance because they lost to Portland. The Spurs beat Golden State, lost to the Clippers at home. And Pop, he's not happy. Saturday night saw them play the 7th place team, New Mexico United. And who would answer the bell but Mr. Christian Pirano with 2 goals and 2 assists as SAFC got a 5-0 win over New Mexico to move up in the standings. The story for the UIW Cardinals early in the season is their defense, or their lack thereof. And last season they went 40-1. This time they've lost 4 games already. So Victoria, let's come to you first. What do you think the problem is at home? When you're winless on the road, home is home sweet home for San Antonio FC, and it continued to be just that on Saturday night as they went to a 1-1 draw with the Tulsa Roughnecks. When you're deep in the USL Championship season, it's good to take a break once in a while, and San Antonio FC did just that on Saturday night. San Antonio FC returned to Toyota Field after completing a road trip that saw them get 4 out of 6 points. The 2018 season saw a new era begin and a year of change for the UIW Cardinals football team as Eric Morris took over the coaching reins, and with Morris at the helm, he led UIW to their best season in program history. The San Antonio Spurs are off to a 20-5 start. That is good for the second best record in the NBA, but where do they need to improve?
One person that has flipped the switch has been Boris Diaw.
He has, and I mean, I remember I was on the podcast with Aaron Prine, and we discussed this, how he was inconsistent a while back, and now he's kind of dialed that in. We saw him scoring, I believe it was 19 points against Dallas. That old saying goes, it's not how you start, it's about how you finish. And for San Antonio FC, that held true on Saturday night. After a 2-0 lead in the first half, they would collapse in the second half. It's partly inspired by the NBA and partly inspired by a city. But the end goal is the same, to enhance a basketball program and bring a community together.
We wanted to do a court, the Camel End Zones of football got a lot of exposure. We wanted to do something on the court that would do something where it would bring the San Antonio community together. It would be something that people would recognize the history of the university and the Three Sisters. So we asked Carson Cunningham his thoughts. We put some initial drawings together. Carson came up with the idea, hey, let's do something to recognize the Three Sisters. So you'll notice the outside of the court when you show the video, it's got the 3 white lines. That recognizes and acknowledges the Three Sisters who founded the first hospital and university 1869.
When you first step on the court, the first thing you will notice is the skyline of San Antonio. And Athletic Director Brian Wickstrom says that is no mistake.
Yeah, how important UIW is to the city and how important the city is to UIW, just like Military City USA, which is on one of the sidelines of the court. I mean, how important is the military to San Antonio? Super important to UIW, and we're super important to the military individuals finishing their college degrees.
And while the skyline stands out, it is the Christa Santa Rosa brand on the court that Wickstrom says is the key.
They're part of the family. The ministry is part of our family, and so it's really like getting a gift from your sister or your brother. They're part of family. They're getting so engaged in the future of UIW, the entire campus, not just athletics, that it's great.
But this court is not only for the UIW community, it is for San Antonio as well.
On game day, it's going to just show the tradition, the history, the camaraderie of everybody in this community, everybody on campus, everybody in Alamo Heights. We had the Alamo Heights night here. This is like a special meeting place right outside the busiest corner in the city of San Antonio.
For the Project Spurs Network, I'm Stephen Anderson.